dude with this little horse. And I say little, he's not little, he's big. But anyways, I just wanted to share something with y'all. Little something that I've connected from the Bible, but wanted to explain it kind of how it applies to the horse. It's Proverbs chapter 1 verse 7. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. So when it says the fear of the Lord, a lot of people go, oh, it's using fear. You don't want to use fear. Well, just think about when you were growing up and you did something that you weren't supposed to do, and your mom or your dad or somebody in authority spanked you or put you in time, did something, and well, after that you really don't want to do it again. You don't want to be spanked. You don't want to be put in timeout. So that's the kind of fear that it's talking about in the Bible. It's not supposed to be like a fear like you're terrified of him, but you do fear the consequences of your actions. So that's the same way with the horses. Is you want them, okay, yeah, you do have to teach them what you want. So basically you have to kind of read out what you want. When I say read out, take step by step on teaching them what you want. But as they get to know what you want the fear of consequences to override them. Oh, I better do that because there's a consequence to running you over, stepping on your toes, rearing up and bucking. And when I say a fear, you make it difficult, but they don't want to go through that difficulty in order to get there. So they start paying more attention and stuff, and that's the way we should be with God, is have that not wanting, and not only that, we do want to love the Lord, because we want, even with like the horses, we want them to be a partner with us, and the Lord wants us to be a partner with him in all that he's doing, in all his glory and in his miracles. He wants us to be a partner. So it's the same thing with the horse. We want them to be a partner with us, and just like all of us, none of us are perfect. You can take the best horse in the world and they're going to mess up at some point or another, but the main idea is for them to be with us, wanting to please, and that's the same relationship that God wants us to have with him, is to be we're his children, but he wants us also to be a partner in what he's doing. So he wants to be in the middle of what's taking place. He wants us to walk out what he's got going, just like we want the horses to walk out what we want. We don't want them bucking and running off and acting a fool. We want them to stay with us, and we want them to stay with us and do what we're asking of them, but preferably we would like them to do what we're asking of them willingly, not like, drudgery, we're going to do it because if we don't do it, then this is going to happen. So that's what we want out of the horses, and that's also what God wants out of us. So, for reals, the cat does not want to be put down. Do you? Do you? Silly buddy. Can I put you down? No, you don't want to be put down. Okay. You're going on the ground. There you go. So, let's see. This took a little bit to get. See if it'll do. gonna show y'all a little bit what I've been doing with him. Oh boy. So, actually that was a little bit of speed. It's always been kind of slow. That's a feller, good boy. And actually the side casting helps. Well, I already taught him on the ground to like move his front end over. And then in the saddle I teach them to move their back end over first, and that's what I do on the ground as well. But then I'll go ahead and teach them to move their front end over. And then I'll put it all together and get a side pass. Still working on him, but responding a little bit better to that because he can be a little on the lazy side. Let's see what else. So I'm just doing it in the round pin here because it's actually easier to get the camera like this. Unless I've got somebody to hold it, but I don't right now. Teaching him to go ahead and turn pretty quickly, and also I'll talk here because it's a little, I think y'all can hear me right here a little bit better. Okay, so also what doing that does is like he'll turn, but he can be a little lazy at it and be like, I don't really want to. So, and he can like get his feet tangled up because he's kind of real bad with his feet. Like sometimes he doesn't know where his feet are. So that just kind of helps him. Well, actually the side passing helps too because he's got to cross over, so he's got to kind of think of where his feet are. So when I'm like trotting him around like that, and I'll get him up into a lope too, but when I'm trotting him like that and I'm getting him to turn, is what he's doing, I'll like turn one way, go, and then go over here and turn another way. And what that does is it also helps him like kind of find where his feet are because he's having to switch directions and kind of make a little bit of a tight turn. I know sometimes he'll go ahead and he'll pivot, like he'll stop and he'll pivot when I turn him. But that's not necessarily what I'm kind of looking for him to like really just kind of like turn, like to make a small circle. But if he does pivot, I'm not going to correct him for it because I've been trying to get him to pivot better as well. So, I mean, I can always later, you know, go ahead and push him forward just a little bit to make that full turn instead of like pivot like that. So I'm not going to correct him for it, but so that's just kind of working on getting his, you know, feet where he knows where they're placed a little bit better. Very nice. That was a good one. Yes, you are. I know you're trying to help. likes to drag his front feet just a little bit. There he goes. He's picking up a little bit better. Nice. So actually, the teaching him to go ahead and turn around like I'm doing, like going off and moving around and whatnot, is also teaching him to use that back end a little bit more. So I'm actually working on a better stop as well. So hope y'all enjoyed this video, and God bless.